All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Real Talk. My title says, I wish they would get rid of Black History Month, and may the Most High bless you. I pray all is well with everybody. Now, I know that's a rough title, but before you get mad and cut the video off, just kind of hear me out. Because with all this complaining I be hearing, because we're in the month of February, so the majority of the black people walking around still complaining, talking about they give us the shortest month. They better be nice to us. On my job, this is our month. And this is my opinion in this video, so I'm just getting this out here because y'all know every year I do a video like this in this month. It's just time to wake up. Time for black people to wake up. I don't even like to use the term black, but I'm going to use it in this video. But that's something that we accepted, but not me, to be called quote unquote black man. Half of us walking around still don't know who we are. And with all this stupidity, I'm not going to say ignorance so much, because ignorance means simply not knowing. A lot of people just being stupid, and some just don't want to know any kind of truth. So just hear me out for a moment in this video, because when you talk about black history, what is that? Now, when you talk about American history, is that the same as black history? That's my question to you. But with all the complaining, dude told me at the store how we need to really get along this month. I know it's the shortest month, JT, but we need to really come together, man. Come together and do what? When you could have been coming together all year long. See, this is why I can't stand holidays, these so-called messed up months like this. Now, let me say this off top so nobody won't take this video the wrong way. I'm not knocking what Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, all the great ones did. I applaud them. Hey. But what I'm talking about is what we are not doing and what true history really is. Because I'm going to say something off the wall here. The same history your child is learning in school, your child ain't going to really be able to come home and tell you nothing different. You know why? Because the same mess that they taught us is the same mess that they feed into your child. They history. I'm just being real, y'all. Some of us done been brainwashed for so long, we ain't going to never come to the truth. That's why we keep slipping back into slavery. Slavery in the mind, we could say in so many ways. Walking around still with this Willie Lynch syndrome because of what we was taught. Now, some of y'all gonna like this video, some of y'all gonna hate this video. That's why I say I want to make the point about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and all Malcolm X, the ones that they teach you about. I'm not knocking none of that, But how many times have you really been taught where you come from, who you are? Because it's hard to get truth out here now with all these lies. And the majority of us ain't going to want to hear no truth no way. But if you never look at the real issue, which is demonic spirits. So I'm not talking about white versus black hatred. Because see, demonic has no color. It could be all races. None of us, not ain't gonna say none of us, but the majority of us won't even study the Bible. JT, which Bible? We're talking about history. Let me ask you this question. Can you really teach American history, if you want to call it American history, with the Bible? Or is it gonna line up with the Bible? Or when you teach that, do you have to separate it? I'm going to let y'all answer that. And some of y'all know why I'm saying it like this. But to forever walk around here to keep blaming the white man, like a lot of us do, not me, that goes to show you how we still won't study. Because you've been brainwashed into doing what they wanted you to do. You've been brainwashed, and that's why you still hate your sister that you calling a bitch and a hoe all the time. Or that's why you got all this drama baby daddy drama, baby mama drama, black versus black. I'm mad because the light skinned dude, he got long hair versus this dude over here don't have long hair, or women fighting about her. All this BS that you see is to walk around like that is just foolish, y'all. So when I look at this quote unquote Black History Month, I wish they would get rid of it. We fight each other all year round. We kill each other. We steal from each other. We sleep with each other's women and men. If you are a woman, not all, messing with somebody else's husband or man, or if you're a man messing with somebody's, woman. It happens every day, and it happens in every race. But I wanna address the black people in this video who keep complaining, who keep wanting to march just because another brother got killed by a police officer, or a white man gunned down another black man, but we've been gunning down each other all year long. We ain't prayed or walked with each other or got along hardly in an hour worth of time. We won't even stick together for 5 minutes. So really, what are you complaining about, and what is Black History Month really all about? I wish like hell they would get rid of Black History Month. But see, let me say this, because those who watch me, y'all know why I'm saying it's like this. Because it's not just Black History Month. Oh, how I wish they would get rid of Black History Month. I wish they would get rid of Black Friday. I wish they would get rid of Christmas. I wish they would get rid of Easter, Halloween, all of this mess that has nothing to do with truth or making it into heaven. Now, I know somebody got mad because I especially said Christmas. That don't have nothing to do with Yahshua at all. Halloween, demonic. But these are the things we continue to hold on to, and we know more lies than truth. Oh, I wish like hell they would get rid of Thanksgiving. The Indians don't want to hear that. They don't want to look at this messed up day that you celebrating and eating and calling it Thanksgiving when they people were slaughtered and murdered and raped, beheaded, tortured. The Europeans, what they done to the Indians. I mean, it's just, when you start talking about people that have suffered and struggled, then you need to talk about every race. They feed the same lies they've been feeding for years. But to sit up to try to say, oh, y'all, we got to come together this month. For what? Because after the 28 days is over with, what you going to do? Go back to shooting and killing each other? Not getting along? That's crazy. When I've been programmed too long, come out of confusion. You done accepted too many lies too long. Once again, most of us still walking around here and don't know who we are. I did a video in 2011 called "We Complain About Black History Month, but we can't even stand each other." And see, I'm going to say something else. I don't need nobody feeling sorry for me. I don't need nobody coming up to me talking about, we so sorry for what happened to you. And man, because to dwell on the past will keep you in the past. I know white folks that struggled and suffered. Black people, Hispanics, I mean, you name it. Whatever the race is, it's a struggle with everybody in every race. And the history that they taught you in school, once again, mess. You know, when we was taught European history, Europe history, we wasn't taught African history, or if you want to call it American history, whatever you want to call it, we wasn't taught that. You know what they taught us? Civil rights. Civil rights. That's why you know about Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, so on and so on. But when it comes to real history, half of us don't have a clue on what it's all about. They taught you what the Caucasians invented. They taught you that the Caucasians invented everything. See, let me ask you this question. What history are you being taught all year long? Think about it. And then check this out. In the month of February, every time you cut on the TV, what do you see? A slave movie. Roots. You see Chicken George and Kizzy and Kunta Kinte. You see all these slave movies always coming on like Rosewood to keep you down and out and to keep you confused on who you really are and what how powerful you really are. Man, the hell with Black History Month. Once again, I'm not talking about what they done like Rosa Parks, and I'm not taking nothing away from them. I'm talking about we need to wake up. Because you can dwell about Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and all them all day long, but your community is falling right now as I speak. You got more guns than anything, more dope being pushed in your community than anything. What you gonna do about that? Yeah, we want to protest, we want to march when somebody getting murdered, but every day somebody's getting murdered. Black, white, whatever the color is. So everybody need a month, if that's the case. So many people don't even understand about Carter G. Woodson. See, this stuff about everything that they tell you, they never tell you who or what they really did. It's about Europeans conquering the world. Well, see, that was a black man, if we want to say black, I hate to use that term, but okay, in this video, let me say black man, by the name of Carter G. Woodson. Have you ever studied that? He the one who came up with the ideal of Negro History Week back in, I believe it was 1926. And that's why he picked the second week in February, so it would coincide with Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. See, in 1976, because of the United States, the black students, the federal government extended what? The week. And then look at this is just my opinion when I say this, but look at one of the worst things that ever happened to us. Integration. I remember even Dick Gregory said that was one of the worst things that could ever happen. He said, stop trying to get along with people that can't stand you. But when you look at integration, look at that's one of the worst things that happen to black people. Just my opinion. Racism is never going to stop. It's all over. But see, you got black people that can't stand black people. Whites who can't stand whites. So stop trying to make this thing about color, and the real enemy is the devil. I know they teach you the white man, this the white man, that this is the white man's word, brother. You gonna stay down. The white man got his foot in my neck. Man, get past all that, black people. Wake the hell up. You don't even know how powerful you are. Instead of sticking with each other, we too busy going against each other. And let me tell you something, if you don't teach your child true history at home, they will never learn it at school. But how you gonna teach your child something you don't know? Oh, I wish they would get rid of this Black History Month. That's why we fall into the same thing that generation did. That generation did. Hey man, we in slavery. Man, come out of this stuff. That's why once again your child can't come home and show you nothing new, because they learning the same thing you learned. They can tell you about Harriet Tubman, the Underground Railroad. And then when you look at what's going on now, we more divided than ever. You had more people on one accord back then in King's time versus now, we like this. The streets is raising most black young men now. So you got this month, February. But you know what I've been looking at? I just ain't been saying nothing, but I'm going to say it in this video. I've been watching this month real close because it's almost over with. You know what I've been watching? More hood fights. More people in the community getting into it with each other. More dope being sold. More twerking on her. More baby mama and baby daddy drama. So what's wrong with this picture? Don't have nothing to do with the white man do it. You can't even stand your own brother. What's wrong with that picture? But you still talking about you hate the white man because of what you was taught. I don't hate no race. I love the white man. I love the whoever, the Japanese, the Chinese. I don't care who you are and what color you are. I wasn't brought up to hate. But I got my eyes, my spiritual eye on what the real fight is. This war is not against flesh and blood, as the Bible says. It's about principalities. This war is you're fighting a spiritual battle. And you can't kill it. You can't fight it with your hands, nor you can't get your Glock and shoot it, youngsters. It's not going to go away like that. It's a battle that only the Holy Spirit can whoop it. You can keep popping all these pills talking about this person is schizophrenia and this one over here is bipolar, but you're fighting demons. Just call it what it is. Kind of remind me of Juneteenth, same thing. Just like in most of the Juneteenths, fights break out, partying, the barbecuing, the getting drunk, the getting high, the playing dominoes, and even the dancing, and then somebody get into it with each other. Black on black crime, fight break out, somebody gets shot. What you celebrating? Y'all saw the video I did on here last year about what is Juneteenth. I went around with my camera and I was asking folk, they ain't even really know, except a couple of them. Don't know what they celebrate. Same thing with any other holiday. I don't know why, man. I was brought up in this. It's called a tradition. You know, we got a tradition to maintain. Man, you better forget about tradition. Tradition is a killer. Tradition sending more folk to the grave. Tradition ain't really teaching you nothing but how to be traditional. How to be stuck in the same old stuff. But when you learn truth, you separate yourself from a lot of this. So y'all, that's my time. I just really want to say this. I wish they really would get rid of Black History Month because it's not doing nothing but causing more confusion. This is just my opinion. And you don't have to agree with me with everything I'm saying in this video. That's fine. No love lost here. But when I talk, y'all know I'm going to tell truth versus how you feel and what you want to hear. So love you, my brothers and sisters. And when I say that don't have nothing to do with color. That means you can be orange, white, butter looking, I don't care, black, white, Asian, whatever. When I say brother or sister, I love you. So with that being said, y'all, that's my time. Peace and remain blessed.